Welcome to a world famous photography location in Scotland. Dead excited to fly the drone, should look amazing, but lovely, bright, vivid signs. Bright orange plastic barrier. Endless amounts of people. Worst of all and most difficult to get rid of, a silly great big metal fence around the actual castle we're trying to film. We will show you a game plan for dealing with a situation like this. Well, that's the plan at least, so let's see how we get on. Oh, to be a photographer, folks, look at this, a little click of the fingers and gone are all the unwanted elements. Well, it's not the same for us doing video. We have to be a lot smarter. It's an uncontrolled environment more often than not. What do we do when things don't go right? The shots you're looking at now make it look like we had the place to ourselves, but we absolutely did not. What you're going to learn in this video is just pure gold. Being able to craft something special from a very difficult environment takes your work to the next level. All filmed with one battery. We're going to count the number of shots we get at the end of this. Let's get into it now. Well, this is one of the nicest and most photographed locations in Scotland, but filled with challenges. What's that incredibly ugly orange thing on the ground there? We revert to one of the easiest shots out there, tilt reveal, but not so good. We're going to have to work around all of this kind of stuff. One of the best ways of getting rid of unwanted elements in your frame is use other parts of the environment to obstruct those unwanted elements. Here we have some trees. That sounds like a good starting point for getting rid of some unwanted elements. Let's see what we get if we come down here. With this rain that's just come in, I actually don't see the trail of ants in the form of tourists spoiling my shot. So we might get a little bit lucky, but nonetheless, these trees are obstructing some of the people that were kind of getting in the frame when we did a little recce earlier. I'm just going to tilt up and fly through that gap. Fly forwards fairly cautiously here, tilting up through the trees. Our eyes transferred to the castle, and that's not too bad at all. Now, admittedly, if there were loads of luminous yellow and pink jackets coming down from the right-hand side, you'd still see them, but at least there was some activity in that frame to make it not so obvious. You notice I didn't just immediately fly up 100 meters to see what this looks like from all the way up in the sky. I like being in the scene here. The castle is the focal point. It's quite small in this frame at the moment, but there's so many nice elements to look at here. I need to nudge forward to get rid of that horrible luminous orange barrier. Let's just curve round to the right, still on the 1x lens, and just turn in to the left there, and we're getting this nice kind of arcing general view shot revealing other parts of the frame. I need to be really careful with those trees, but I know I'm not going to hit them. Now look at this. This is interesting. Those trees are an interesting way of obstructing more unwanted elements in the frame. Let's fly forwards a little bit because whoop, look at that campsite down there. That's not exactly the most natural, majestic scene. You're not going to see that in Outlander, are you? So fly a little bit closer in here and we'll just reveal what's on the other side of these trees. Fly down a little bit to get in position. Okay, up we go, flying up. Just a simple upward maneuver on the left-hand stick. Not even tilting the gimbal here. Look at that, revealing the castle in the background. By staying far away from the castle as well, we're kind of trying to deal with the fact, that it is swarming with tourists and luminous orange and blue jackets. What a nuisance, but sometimes we just have to work around these things, and one of the ways of dealing with it is not getting too close. I want to do an arcing motion from out behind those trees to reveal the castle. Campsite, not a great addition. Let's punch in a little bit, try a longer focal length. In this instance, we can use the 3x on the Air 3. If you have a Mini 4 Pro, for example, use a digital zoom, a 2x digital zoom, the quality's still good. So let's do that right now. With telephoto lenses, you just want to be a little bit careful with your focus, so tap on the subject, and then in this instance, I'm going to revert to manual focus. We've begun this shot with the end in mind, so I framed it for the final position, if you like. Now we're going to fly down to the start of the shot, which is behind these trees. You'll notice also that the focus doesn't pull to those trees because we've set manual focus. And since this looks amazing, I'm just going to actually do an exact repeat of the previous shot which is just a rising motion from behind those trees. And there's the castle behind those trees. Looks amazing. I've not really dealt with the fact there's people in the shot because we're closer, but sometimes there's only so much you can do. And what we could actually do is do a little shot here. The tree has now obstructed the lower half of the castle, so we've obstructed up to the height of the people essentially, and we can just do a gentle arcing motion round to the side. This is pretty cool. I think the people are being obstructed by me doing this. I feel like I want to see more of the castle. We're seeing a little bit more of it there. I can't tell at this point if you can see the people. I think you can see that orange jacket again. What can you do? But we're doing our best. There might be a little piece of that where you don't see any of the people. It goes without saying that we don't have to film the castle from exactly at the same angle if it's just not working out. So I'm going to maneuver all the way over to the other side of the castle so the walkway coming down to the castle is obstructed by the castle itself. Well, it's a pretty nice vista from down here. I'm nice and far back, which is good because, well, again, the people aren't really adding to the shot. And the other thing we've got with this castle is they've put a really ugly metal fence all the way around it, which is hardly a nice addition to proceedings. So from this side, do things get any better? Well, the castle looks pretty cool from this side, it has to be said. This is a nice big wide shot. Folks, I'm having a nightmare here. This is hard going. Look at this shot, looks absolutely amazing. If we can just get all of those people out the bottom right corner of the shot, which is fairly easy to do just by flying in a little bit. We're just going to have to tolerate one person there and that hideous metal fence. So since we're here on the 3x optical zoom, let's just do a little curving rotation. Bad choice. Curving to the right has revealed that path all the way up there. Oh, I'm getting in a flap. I'm getting in a flap. Oh, people are beeping the horns and everything. Welcome to the uncontrolled environment of flying a drone. Right, curving around to the left this time. I got rid of the path with all the people coming down. That one person that's in my shot is actually about to exit the shot now, which is good. We're obstructing the metal fence with trees. We're also obstructing the castle, but it still looks pretty cool. We're seeing that ruin come all the way up out of that little mini forest. Now we have a shot. Now, if that one person is sufficiently out the way on the right-hand side and I curve back to the left, we have a window of opportunity where we're going to get an arcing motion where the path coming in from the left is not visible. There's no one in the shot down there. The fence is, well, the fence is there. Oh, we got a little bird coming in. That's a nice little focal point, bit of action within the frame. I mean, at the end of the day, a Hollywood production wouldn't have this issue, would it? So we're kind of setting the bar quite high if that's what we're trying to achieve. They would have the whole place shut down and cleared. But I think that's about the best that we're going to get on that one. Right, we've got very little battery left, so... Oh, shush. Thank you. More...
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Stop it. Flying over water with a critical battery warning, no big deal. This shot is reversed. I'm actually flying back to the car, but it's an opportunity to get another shot. Same here. I'm actually flying back to the car, but I've reversed this shot in post, so I'm flying backwards, and now we see it in reverse. But we've just got 2 more shots there flying back to the car. Never miss an opportunity to get a shot. But there you have it. Tough environment, tough gig, but I think we got some pretty nice shots there in the end. See you in the next one.